Girls' Generation. They're back together for the first time since 2017, and we've been listening to a lot of K-pop recently. Forever One, the seventh album from Girls' Generation. I wouldn't say it was my favorite album that we've listened to recently, but just kind of reading the story and reading how this group was kind of one of the like old guards in a way,
Hmm.
and then had all this kind of, I don't know if drama's the right word, but I guess like label drama come up, and now they're back together making music, and it's just really like triumphant in a sense.
Mm, totally. Yeah. No, I think Girls' Generation coming back with the seventh Korean album, Forever One. They're on the eve of their 15th anniversary as a group is just rather uncommon in K-pop. Girls' Generation is a second generation K-pop act. We talked about this last year when Shiny came back. Usually K-pop acts have an ending point and don't come back after they like re-up their contracts and have this like long like second life. It's just rather uncommon. And what's so interesting about this release is three of the members aren't even on SM Entertainment anymore. They did
Mhm.
leave. They didn't come back, but they were able to make it work with this release, perhaps showing a bit of how the K-pop industry is evolving, perhaps becoming more artist friendly, who can say. But yeah, I think getting a new album from a marquee act, their first one in 5 years, definitely significant. 5 years is a long time in this industry because, like, I think most of their fans weren't necessarily expecting this to ever happen, at least a full length comeback like this. But I will say, I think this is one of my favorite K-pop releases of the summer. It's been a busy one for sure, but I really honed in on the production on this album. I thought a lot of these beats were really tremendous, and I think just kind of the overall Girls' Generation performance style trademarks that they have, which involves a lot of harmonizing, is just like my shit. Like that's just what I'm into. So when I hear harmonizing on the second song,
Yeah,
uh,
lucky like that.
"Lucky Like That," I'm like, yep, like that's all I need, bro. Like that's what I'm into. So
And
maybe
lucky
I'm an
like
easy mark for Girls' Generation, but I like this one.
Lucky Like That was one of the clear standouts to me from this. I think I found it to be a little bit more like up and down the album, whereas something like, J Hope a few weeks ago was just like, I think so exciting and unexpected that that kind of sticks in my mind a little bit more. But yeah, Lucky Like That, to go back to it, it just catches you right away with such a sticky,
Hmm.
fun chorus, and it just gets stuck in your head so quickly, right? Lucky like that, lucky like
Yeah.
that.
And then at the end, these guitars come in like it's a song from Top Gun Maverick. I was like, what is going on? Didn't expect this. But honestly, I think that 5 song run there, Lucky Like That, 17, Villain, You Better Run, and Closer, that was my favorite run of the album. I liked all those songs a lot. Um, yeah, I think, like I said, the production really kind of grabs me there. Um, whether it's the flows, whether it's like the keys, it just always kept itself interesting. And
Mhm.
I don't know, I think that just it just kept my attention. 17 has the keys. I think that hook's really catchy. I like the rap that comes in towards the second half there. On Villain, I think the rap's good there as well. And then the hook is also really sticky, and the beat goes like super crazy for the hook. Um, Closer, I love the tempo on that one. There's like a really sick, like groovy bass line throughout that.
Mhm.
Overall, I think the beats are really good. And then, they don't do a ton of rapping. They're definitely not that's definitely not their forefront, but I do think when it comes in, it's like a nice energy switch.
Yeah, I do agree. I think when they do rap, it does bring a nice like variation to the album, because I think when it's just them like singing like as like Mood Lamp or Paper Plane, it's a
Yeah.
little bit more traditional and they sound beautiful. Like they harmonize beautifully together, like you mentioned before. But those songs can feel a little bit like just kind of sleepy, or just like not as interesting. You
Hmm.
mentioned that run, and 17 and Villain weren't necessarily songs that I was like itching to play back, but You Better Run, I wanted to go back and listen to again. So like right after it ended, just because it is so herky jerky, and the rest of the album feels so like beautifully like smooth that it really like caught my attention to have something like that. But the production on that is so interesting and it really catches you. And it has that heavy, like distorted bass to it and kick drum that you really just get sucked in. I
Mhm.
really liked that as like a middle of the album kind of change up. Um, but yeah, I think like you said, they having them back, having them operating at this high of a level is just really awesome to see and awesome to see them kind of make this work after 5 years.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, Funny enough, like I thought "Forever One," the title track, the lead single, has the music video. I thought that song was totally fine, but it was really all the songs after that that I thought
Yeah,
caught my attention a lot more. And "Lucky Like That's"
unforgettable.
probably the number one highlight there.
Definitely. Lucky Like That is going to be on our Nostalgia Best of 2022 playlist.